Hello, this is George Lees, who's just had his computer crashed for revealing the secrets of the Hyssup stick, which is the snake up the stick that is the doctor's oath. Yeah, it is the snake in the Garden of Eden that becomes the Yemen. It is this penis up the female pie for the Bible authors, and every year on the Passion of Christ, on Good Friday, they have a laugh about it, because it is the malted vinegar on the end of the stick. Isn't that funny? And they've totally crashed my picture of that as it was depicted by YouTube, and that will never be recoverable now. Yeah, that the whole of my computer is shut down. I immediately, when I saw them shut down my PowerPoint image creation tool and me saving of the collated image with all those words in it, and Herod sucking, making the judgment on Jesus in the Roman court. That's the authors of the Bible. Herod was in Rome by that period. Jesus never lived. And all of the references to syphilitic blue knobs and the red PISO female vagina have been totally taken down. Okay, I'm going to see if this little video is saved first, and then I'm going to try and remake the images, because I asked on Facebook 3 weeks ago when it was Easter weekend, and the Easter eggs were only 33p, the following few days, and it is and that's the year that Jesus died, allegedly. All of it leads to the lottery win in Hawick that was £33 million. All of the and then they changed it to £66 million because that would not wear. And the police visit to my door yesterday to proclaim that all of the false religion jokes about Babar the elephant in India were another case against me and the local politician's family. It is absolutely massive. Okay, so I'm gonna stop that now, see if the video takes, and then I'm gonna try and remake the photo. They will not allow me to do that. Okay, so that's the sequence of events. The sun was beginning to come out. They would not let me use PowerPoint on my own computer. I have backed it up last night. I've tried to remove Norton antivirus software this morning. All of that is no longer in my hands. When they crashed it, they made the decision to shut down PowerPoint, and then every one of the software packages that was open was suddenly closed and aborted. That decision is made from Chipping Norton by Rebecca Brooks, and that's the Rothschild families that earlier last week they sent me this letter to tell me that I'm being to tell me that I'm being threatened by the Charing Cross police. Do you get that? The Charing Cross police for Jesus. And the malt becomes the vinegar on the stick and becomes the nip in Jesus' hands and his feet of malted whiskey for the people that take over the whole of that crime scene. Okay, so this is the family in Hertfordshire that run All Wars All Sides, and that's the prevention of harassment letter that I got delivered to my address which they've been given, and they told me that Miss Hannah Rothschild was taking an action against me for harassment. Okay, yesterday afternoon when I was describing the massive crimes, and that was sent me by PC Heaton, 1274 CW P239969, Charing Cross 101. Everything has got the Freemasonic codes on it. That's the 111th floor of the Twin Tower buildings, and all the news are released this week about Hitler's bank being called Schroeder and Snowy Cameron, the Prime Minister's wife, being involved in the bringing down of the Twin Towers by coercion, using the company called Schroeder, that is Schroders of London, but was Hitler's bank right up to 1939. When the 39 steps to World War II were on the Prime Minister's clock tower. Okay? And yesterday's issues were the total obfuscation now, when we were discussing Peter Watson, the fatal accident inquiry man, who's now been totally removed from the internet as the former leader of Levy and McRae. My friend has been defrauded by Levy and McRae. My friend has been cast into a straitjacket. I will not tell you her name. It is a massive series, and the woman who came to the door right in the middle of me discussing the woman who was sectioned for her capacity to take on the Law Society in Scotland and take her case to Europe. The policeman immediately interrupted our telephone conversation and told me that I was being accused of making statements about a man who had met at the races the day before and warmly shook my hand, and he's the man that came into the public eye every time that Hoyk lottery win was needed to cover up the secrets of Queen Victoria's ruthless and relentless shagging out of wedlock by the Rothschild family that was openly published in Punch at the time when that occurred. Yeah, that's the King of Kings Rothschilds, and that is the joke about the penis that is also the joke about the hyssop stick in the Bible. It cannot get more evil, and I will not stop telling it until the truth comes out. The gods know that that is the uncontestable truth, but the boys in blue that are the PISO POLIS, since the Bible was defrauded, are determined to keep the whole world corrupted so that they can live in fear of their sins against the God in the heavens. Yeah, that's why they call me God now, and I cannot account for all of the pathological issues that happen to all of the people that stand in my way. Have a nice morning, Metropolitan Police, that launch the corrupted leadership teams that announce, like Lord Condon, that the killing of Princess Diana was a fatal accident. Working together for a safer London. That's Hannah Rothschild, all wars, all sides. And the Lothian Road crimes in Heaton. That's PC Heaton. The Lothian Road crimes of John Lamont, MSP, Paul Wheelhouse, Deputy Secretary for Justice in Scotland, and Michael Matheson, Secretary of Justice for Scotland, after Kenny McCaskill had fucked off in shame after all of my revelations on the corruption all across Scotland and all through Police Scotland, who've changed their email address to avoid the complicity issues in the videos that they censored earlier in the week. Gonna stop now, okay? So that is PC Heaton, Charing Cross, Hannah Rothschild, who ran the Lothian Road linkages to Parland in Auckland. That's the Rothschild Trust, and all of the things that I was telling the woman who was sectioned like me, and has been actively medicated. I was telling her about all of those crimes and the Levy and McRae interlocks to Anne Gloag and the prevention of the right of Scottish people to roam on Scottish land by Anne Gloag, Scotland's richest woman. She interlocks with the Rothschilds, the Lothian 50 companies, and all of them are a massive, ruthless cabal, now run by the man Gormley, who is just a cover for Elizabeth Murdoch's. And I started this morning looking at the Murdoch crimes. They are linked into Worcester College. That's where Rupert got his education, postgraduate education. He went to Geelong School, and that is where he got his primary and secondary education, along with Prince Charles and the rest of the mob. Yeah, it does not get bigger. Yeah, and there it is between 16th and 22nd March. Yeah, and this is dated. It doesn't have a date on it. He does not sign it. But it was, he discussed the concept that he was going to send me, and I asked him to send a letter. Yeah, he's not signed it. Yeah, this is not an admission or acceptance of the allegation. Yeah, and Hannah Rothschild may know nothing about it. Yeah, the whole of the world and the policing and the law actions are just a mafia operation. Okay, and the Christianity thing, you can see the massive humorous content that is the creation of the Messiah, who's now greater than the gods that are behind that tiny little cloud. When I was telling the story in pictures, yeah, it was bright and it was shining, and it's all gonna be ended really soon. They will try to bang me up, they will try to keep me in jail for the rest of my life, like happened with Eustace Mullins, yeah, who was in a straitjacket for the rest of his life when he exposed the massive fraud that is the central bank. And that is the Eustace and the creation of the false news that is the winning of the Grand National. Yeah, and last year it was Butlins that won it, and that was Trevor Hemmings from the tax havens. Yeah, and on and on and on it goes. And you can see the little flies sitting in my window, like the world leaders, around the shit that they have created. Okay, so one wonders whether that one will be kept.